Hey, it's Alisha here, and I wanted to film a video about comfort zones because there's a saying that really triggers me, which is that everything that you want or desire is right outside your comfort zone. And it isn't necessarily true. So I did want to talk about this, but I see where the saying is coming from because when you are expanding and you're in the calibration phase of your expansion where your old life is falling apart, it can be extremely uncomfortable. But that does not mean by any means that in order to have what you want that you need to get uncomfortable or that things need to be uncomfortable, because it is your birthright to be abundant, to feel joy and love. You're made of pure love, to receive things fluidly and effortlessly. So it's not actually meant to be hard and uncomfortable for you to receive what you want. It only feels that way when you're out of alignment. In order to get back into alignment, especially if you've been way, way off and you've had these structures in place, these beliefs in place that have created your life that are not aligned with your natural state at all, in order to expand into that, your old life would fade away, and that might be kind of uncomfortable. And there's also the fear of the unknown, which is very uncomfortable for people. So I just want to make it clear that it's not like you need to do something to get out of your comfort zone and then you receive what you want and then you expand and come into your natural state and become more aligned. It's not like that at all. And I do have a video that explains, it's called like the secret formula to abundance. It talks about this be, do, have formula that you might have heard of. A lot of people go do, have, be. They feel like they have to do something and take action. Then they get what they want and have what they want, and then they can be happy. But it actually goes the other way around. First, you be the emanation of what you want, so you come into a higher state of consciousness. Then you take inspired action, that's the doing, and then you have what you want. So when you are coming more into alignment with your natural state, and not resisting your own expansion, because it's natural, like I said, for you to be abundant and to receive things fluidly and effortlessly, and we're constantly expanding, we're cyclical beings, there can be this calibration phase. So you come into that higher state of consciousness, and now your whole world needs to rearrange itself to align with that, because everything you receive in your life and see in your life is a reflection of the consciousness that you're in, the energy that you're in, and where you're residing. So if you're residing at a higher level of consciousness, a higher harmonic, a higher energy, your whole life is going to try to rearrange to match that. And you're going to receive things that match that. It's just the way life works. So that can be extremely uncomfortable to have your old life fall away for this new thing to come in. And I'll give the example of, let's say you want new friendships. It can be an uncomfortable phase when you're, waiting for those new friendships to come into your life. Because if they're not in your life, it's because you're out of alignment. You're not being your authentic self. Everyone in your life is a reflection of you. So the friends that are currently in your life, if you're not fulfilled by that, if you're not feeling that deep, intimate connection, it's because you are not being your authentic self, and they are showing you like the persona that you're holding or that you're giving off. And so it might be uncomfortable that the relationships you currently have in your life are going to feel like you're not going to feel connected to them. Things might start happening where things like they will fade out of your life. People that you've been friends with forever, could even be your partner, that you were in this relationship that was really not aligned with your natural state of love, and that partnership needs to fade away, especially if you're married. Like that can be extremely uncomfortable for your whole life to completely fall apart. But there's something on the other side of that that you really want. So the saying that everything you want is on like the other side of your comfort zone, it's not actually true. But everything that you want is on the other side of your pain and discomfort. That part is true. So if you are already in pain and discomfort, it's showing you that you're out of alignment, and now is the time to sit with that, and that energy will dissolve. You'll naturally come into a higher state, and then new things will come into your life. Then you'll receive what you want. But it doesn't go the other way around where you force yourself to get uncomfortable, messed up, in order to receive what you want. That's not the way that it works. So I can see where the saying comes from, because on the other side of your pain and discomfort is everything that you want. And the saying is kind of, it says that, like, on the other side of your discomfort, on the other side of your comfort zone is everything that you want. The only difference is you don't force yourself to do something that isn't fluid and feels like effort and is in resistance. Any resistance does not create true expansion and a true shift in your life. Never. So if you're forcing yourself to do that thing, it isn't going to create the most for you. It may create something in your mind the way that you think of it as success, but it's not in alignment with your natural state. It's not as effortlessly and fluid and as abundant as you could be receiving if you were in your natural state and just trusted your guidance and took action that was inspired. And when you take inspired action, it feels expansive. And then after that, it might feel a little bit scary and you might feel nervous, but it will feel light. Like, you will feel the difference. It doesn't feel forced, like I've got to do this thing and force myself out of my comfort zone so I can receive what I want. It's like something is going to resonate with you and you're like, oh, I really want to do that. And then the discomfort might come up, like, oh, but I'm really scared to do that thing, or because you're afraid of the unknown and it's out of your comfort zone. So then it will feel uncomfortable because it's out of your comfort zone. But you didn't force yourself out of your comfort zone. You took an inspired action that felt extremely fluid, that came because you were in a higher state of consciousness and could receive that wisdom. And that's what led to the discomfort. Because you're out of alignment and your body's trying to bring you back into alignment. That's the only reason you feel discomfort or illness or disease. And I talk about that in all my videos. So I hope that explains the saying that everything you want is on the other side of your comfort zone. Everything you want really is on the other side of your pain and your discomfort, but you don't force yourself to get uncomfortable in order to receive that. You will be guided. You'll know when you're out of alignment. You'll feel uncomfortable and you'll follow that wisdom and you'll take inspired action. And then, yeah, it might be a little uncomfortable when your old world is falling apart, but remember your why. What's on the other side of that? What is everything that you want to receive that is worth sitting with that discomfort? And that's another thing about the saying. Some people force themselves out of their comfort zone to receive, which defeats the purpose. But when your discomfort comes up naturally, it's coming up to be dissolved. And when it dissolves, you receive so much more. But the people who are doing it this other way, they're not even sitting with the discomfort. They're creating the discomfort, and then they do nothing about it. So it doesn't really create anything. But sitting with your discomfort and allowing it to dissolve and breathing through it will help you move through that calibration phase when your old life is fading away and you're aligning with that new frequency that you've integrated. So I hope you found this video helpful. If you did like it, give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and hit the bell button if you want to be notified the next time I upload a video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.